Welcome, I'm HOJ, and in today's video, we'll be doing 5 best of 1 standard ranked ladder games with my mono white control deck. So I've made a number of changes to the deck, but before we get into it, if you check the description, you're going to find the full playlist, the playlist of all my best of 1 standard events, the deck list on Mox Field, and also all the win rate statistics on untapped.gg. In addition, there's a link if you would like to subscribe, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more. Or if you'd like to become a member for as little as 99 cents a month to help support the channel and get early access to all my new videos. I really want to say a big thank you guys. I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for watching. All right, so let's jump in. So I have seen a lot of comments here over my last couple videos, which I really appreciate, and they're just great pieces of advice, and I've incorporated some of them, and kind of made a couple changes here to the deck list. So number 1, more copies of Elspeth. Completely agree. This card is just so amazing in this deck. Kind of ties the whole deck together. Right now I'm at 3 copies and feeling really good. Might bump this up to 4, but for the moment we're at 3. And then I also added back in Ultima, just because I found that against the Artifacts matchup, it's really nice to have just a definitive answer. And sort of I made room for it by shaving the number of Day of Judgment. And I just found that I needed less board wipes than I kind of had originally thought. Part of the reason was I have included Aang's Iceberg, which is kind of sort of a catch-all fixer for whatever I need. It's really nice because it can also protect your own permanents. Like if they try to get rid of your Elspeth, you can Iceberg it and then break it out later. Yeah, just been fantastic. And then Parting Gust, I've also just continued to be impressed by this card. It is so amazing at dealing with hard to deal with permanents like Enduring Curiosity and other things that need to be exiled. And also just protecting your own creatures. You can even use the first half to exile one of your creatures until the end of the turn, do like a board wipe, and then have it come back and survive. And it's really just a lot of utility. And then in addition, I also wanted a definitive answer to, or at least some kind of answer to Spirit Water Revival out of the Azorius control matchup, which is just it's a very difficult matchup as a control mirror because we have no counter spells. So the suggestion that I got to add Aven Interrupter, I really like. And I don't know yet how it's actually going to play out, but if they end up casting Spirit Water Revival, which is, for the full Waterbend cost to draw 7 and reshuffle their whole graveyard into their library, if we interrupt it and then the following turn they try to cast it again, I don't really know. I haven't seen it actually happen yet, where would they need to re-Waterbend or how it all works. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see that interaction. In addition, I've kind of gone back and forth on a number of Kutzil's flankers. This card just does so much for the deck. I think that I really have to have some number of copies of it because it deals very well with any kind of graveyard strategies. It can protect you from a game-ending river churn monument, or whatever it's called, the river churn, the thing that mills you for whatever's in your graveyard. You can just target your own graveyard to protect yourself, helping just to find whatever you need. So I feel like 2 copies feels pretty good, at least for now. I did add 1 copy of Doorkeeper Thrull. So this is kind of a non-bow with a lot of, the things that we do in this deck. Like it doesn't work well with Enduring Innocence, or Authority of the Consuls, or even Caretaker's Talent. But it is a complete and total answer against Jeskai Artifacts. Their entire deck literally folds to this 1 card. So I think having access to it is really nice. You can also use it against Reanimator, and it's great against that. It's great against just a number of sort of different enter the battlefield effect creatures. The other nice thing is that you can also board wipe it away if you don't want the effect anymore. Or you can play it and then bounce it either permanently or temporarily with Parting Gust to essentially get all the benefits of what you need and then have it come back into play if you want it to. So I think there's just a lot of potential usage here for Doorkeeper Thrull. Other changes. I added Beza, so I want to also, thank you guys. Someone had made a comment that you don't really need Authority of the Consuls to survive against aggro decks, and I think you're probably right. And I think that Beza also is great because it gives us a lot of access to more token effects, which is fantastic in this deck. I do want to keep a singleton copy of Authority because we do draw a lot of cards where we have a decent chance of finding it, and it is a really nice answer to kind of haste threats like out of mono red or out of the Jeskai Artifacts deck. So I think having access to it is nice, but we'll see how the deck evolves. For the land, I made some changes as well. I ended up cutting 1 Starforge, so back down to 2, and then I added 2 copies of Demolition Field. There are some really tough to deal with lands that have been kind of a problem. The Golgari land that makes a 4/4 and then starts making food tokens can be particularly annoying. The other, the 4/4 out of Dimir is pretty nasty, especially when they're trying to mill you out. So having some access here I think is nice. Plus, Demo Field can sort of fix your own mana if you have to, as long as they have a non-basic. Yeah, so those are the changes, and just loving the deck in general. Currently, I believe we're in the middle of Diamond 4, so trying to move up. But let's go ahead and get into the games. But yeah, I've just really been kind of embracing mono white control. It's a lot of fun to play. There's a lot of like really interesting board states you run into. And as a traditional aggro player, it's kind of new territory for me, but I really like it. Opening hand looks good. We have 2 sources of white. We have 3 land. We have a little bit of advantage here with talent. Some removal. Looks good to me. But yeah, also over the last several days, I've really liked where the land count is at 27 land. It just feels good. So happy so far with the land count. Looks like our opponent is making some tough decisions on their hand. Okay, good to go. Could be mono blue, could be one of the control matchups. We'll lead out here with Citadel. Okay, or Simic Aggro. Could Seam Rip it. We might also want to... I guess if they had the Badgermole on hand, they would have played it, most likely. So maybe we Seam Rip this one. Just kind of slow down potentially getting out their Ouroboros. This is a pretty good target to get rid of, though, because it does untap if they have like the Crater Hoof. So I think getting rid of it is fine. Okay, or I guess it's landfall. So this is maybe team or landfall. So they could be holding like Snakeskin Veil here. We could try to get rid of it. We could also go for like a flanker play to sort of set up some more draws, or play talent. I guess if we're gonna Snakeskin Veil, we should maybe do it now instead of on their turn. Could try to dig for a board wipe. Talent could also be good at sort of buying us some time, helping to card draw. Yeah, I guess I think, because we have extra kind of removal here, maybe let's go for the talent play into Beza. Actually, I think I'm going to try to get rid of it now. Try to be mana efficient here, save Parting Gust. Or I guess this could be Simic aggro with just Bristly Bill also. Could have Ouroborid next turn, so we probably hold up Parting Gust into flanker if we need it. I feel like they've got the Ouroborid, just whether or not they want to actually try to play it. But I feel like they have it here. There it is. Okay. Can put a stop on upkeep if we want to use flanker to try to filter our draws. We can also use Beza here. Now we're at lower life, and actually this looks like a good Beza turn. Gain a little bit of life, get some tokens. Could also play Voice and Caretaker's talent as well. I think Beza feels a little better. And if they have like another Ouroborid, we can try to find something on upkeep with flanker. Archivist. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess they can just get back their Bristly Bill. Sure. Can water bend that away. So at least we get the scry. Day looks like pretty good. I think we want to have access to day. So here we can go for talent, start leveling it up a little bit, and then just set up for day. It's good to have upkeep set when you've got flanker, just in case you need to change your mind and go find something on your draw step. Hopefully we can bait a couple more creatures onto the battlefield here. Have them overextend a little bit into a day. It's pretty good. Do we want to search? I don't think we want a day just yet. We'll let them hit us once or twice. They could be coming up on Craterhoof is the only thing. So that is a possibility. Like if they have Craterhoof next turn, 3/5. Yeah, they're not quite there with mana yet, so I think we're okay holding off for now. Let's just flanker here, I think. Make them think we don't have the day. Just kind of keep searching. Ooh, I like both of those. Okay, so let's get the land since we won't be able to cast the Innocence this turn. Let's have it like that. Could also Parting Gust our Beza for extra potential creatures. Oh, what are they getting here? Nature's Rhythm. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they want enough mana to go Craterhoof. That makes sense. And there's the Ouroboros. I think we just let it happen. Like, they hit us for 5. Like, it's not a big deal. Do we want a Beza? I don't think so. Alright, let's just attack and then day. Now we can start making tokens, potentially, with Innocence. Ooh, that's a nice one. Can pump up our guys here, do a little bit more damage. I think holding this stuff is better though, so. Not too worried about the damage from their voice. I guess they can go and find... they're not quite at Ouroboros mana. Oh, you know what? We actually could have blocked there and then buffed our Innocence. Ah, that was a mistake. Oh, that's a nice pickup. So if we pump here, I think we will still have enough mana to like Parting Gust. Pushing 5, 7, push 11. I don't think we really need to. I could just play the Innocence and then set up for next turns. I think we'll just let it ride. Now we can draw a couple more creatures. Okay, they're going for Ouroboros, I guess. We can still make token and kill their Ouroboros, so that seems good. Hang on, what's going on here? Oh, because of voice, that's right, we can't cast spells. Yeah, that's fine. All right, this should be game. So we'll just Parting Gust there, Ouroboros. And that should do it. All right. Want to know? Okay, be right back. Yeah, I'm really liking this deck. All right, opening hand looks good. We have access to white, at least one source. A little bit of early game, some removal. Up against Gruul, so potentially like the Gruul breakout deck. Yeah, looks like that's what we're up against. Good voice here to set up for Innocence. I don't know that, I mean, Doorkeeper Thrull is good against like Crater Hoof. They're not there yet. But yeah, let's play Voice. Trying to think of like what else they have that come in with entering effects on turn 2 or 3. I think it's mostly just Crater Hoof. Oh, okay, so this is that Naya deck. Or possibly Gruul. I think this deck even runs Voice of Victory as well. Okay, really need a second white. That's great. We could play Innocence to draw a card to get closer to like a board wipe, but I think Halana and Elena is going to get out of hand pretty quickly. So maybe we're supposed to just get rid of the Halana and Elena. Could also see doing a Parting Gust on the Badgermole Cub just to slow down the mana a little bit. Yeah, a couple different ways we could go here. I guess we're at 16. Can try to like go for like the big board wipe. Like we're next turn we're taking 6, 8, 9, possibly a lot more because it gives haste as well. Yeah, I think we might just have to get rid of the Halana and Elena. I suppose actually we could do that on their turn because it's beginning of combat, so we have a little bit of time. Yeah, so it's probably either that or getting rid of the Badgermole Cub. I think it's just a little bit too much pressure to try to take a turn off with Enduring Innocence. Although I suppose like the Enduring Innocence could block, so maybe that would have been a better play. Okay, there's the Ouroboros. Not sure what they're waiting for. Can use Elspeth to get rid of the Ouroboros. Yeah, I think we maybe go for the Innocence play here. We could also Parting Gust the Ouroboros because it's going to make their side of the deck or side of the board pretty huge. I guess if we go for Innocence, we can try to get to a board wipe. We can attack, use this to block like the Badgermole Cub, provided they don't have more action. And then we'll be taking 4, 8, 12. Oh, that's just, yeah, that's too much. Okay, I guess we got to get rid of the Ouroboros. We can wait till their turn. Ouroboros number 2. Okay. Can use Doorkeeper Thrull to chump. Trying to think, yeah, we pretty much need to have board wipe next turn or we die, so I think we just have to assume we're drawing it. I guess like if we don't draw it, yeah, we don't have enough mana for Innocence plus, so yeah, we just gotta basically draw it next turn. Okay, Iceberg is not enough. Yeah, because Elspeth can make 2 blockers, but we're still taking too much. So I think basically we could have gone for maybe like the Enduring Innocence play earlier in the game potentially would have gotten us like a little bit deeper into the deck. Don't know if that would be better. All right, 1 and 1. Opening hand looks good. Again, we've got mana, a little bit of removal. Okay. Bookworm is a pretty good target. I think it just gives them a lot of advantage over several turns. So I think we want to get rid of this. We're looking for like our Kutzil's flanker or maybe the Doorkeeper Thrull. I think we want to get rid of this though. Start working on getting some card advantage here. All right, so they could just get it back on 4 if they have Kavero and an untapped land. We could also hold up like Interrupter and then go like end of turn Fountainport. I kind of like that. And then hopefully draw into land for Voice. I think that gives us some more options. Okay, let's just make a token. I don't think we can hold off on Interrupter. Now we can go for Voice and have access to still make a token. All right, so let's get in. If he doesn't go for it, we can just keep making tokens. I don't think there's any real need to seam rip his token. We're not pushing enough damage just yet. So let's see. Yeah, we don't quite have enough mana to like pump and make a token, so I think I'm just attacking here, not pumping yet. Another Voice is great though. Guess we can pump in response. It's kind of interesting. We won't have enough to hold up Interrupter, so I think we just let it happen, as much as I prefer not to. Could seam rip this. I don't think we need to. I guess if we seam rip it, we still have enough mana to do everything we want. So maybe we do seam rip it. Well, I guess we waited. It's okay. This way we can pump end of turn if we want to. Permanent. think we hold off on the counter. This is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So we can just protect whatever we need to with Iceberg. Could also get rid of this, but I don't think we need to do that. Okay, now I think I will seam rip their token. Overlord. I don't think we care about that. See, does he have Kavero and Yard? No, he doesn't. So I guess he can go for like Harvester, but again, I don't think this matters because we can just use Parting Gust to get it. And we can just seam rip this on our turn. All right, I think let's Aang's Iceberg. And then I want to Parting Gust also. So Caretaker's talent, let's see, do we have enough to play it and level it all the way? Not quite. But we can pump the team. And that'll work. All right, 2 and 1. Yeah, having access to the Aven Interrupter is really nice. Like, that game just felt so much more in control just having like a pseudo counter. Two land. We do have a white source. I think we keep. We've got 27 lands. So we have a decent chance of drawing into it. Have a little bit of early interaction. I guess we can just use the seam rip. We're on the draw. It's a nice pickup. Could be Azorius, could be Jeskai, could be 4-color control. Ooh, okay. It's a nice pickup as well. Happy to lock down the Voice of Victory here. So we definitely want to try to get to our Aven before they have 9 mana for Spirit Water Revival. But yeah, next turn we'll just play the Enduring Innocence, get a little bit of value. Okay, sure. Okay, let's get another Innocence going. It's a nice pickup. So they most likely have 3 steps ahead. I think it's worth going for. Like, we want to try to get them to use their 3 steps without being able to like also draw 2 cards and discard or make tokens. So getting that out of their hand feels pretty good. The other possibility we could go for is just making tokens and drawing extra cards, which is always good. So that might be better. I think just, even though we can get like a good potential 3-for-1, or not 3-for-1, but 3 steps ahead out of their hand. Yeah, I think I like making tokens. Guess we can make one main phase to potentially give us... Actually, we can use Parting Gust next turn, so I think... Yeah, let's do main phase. Let's see. Actually, hang on a second here. This way we could just get more cards, basically. Actually, the other nice thing is, since we have 8 cards, we could do like an attack here, and then on our end step, we can use Enduring Innocence to get under like the 7 card limit, and then still get the value at the end of next turn. So I feel pretty good about that. We could also just like Seam Rip, but then we don't get the extra value. And I think we're all about getting value. Oh, did I do that too soon? Ah, I did that too soon. That's too bad. Okay, I made a mistake. I want to do that on our end step so it would appear at their end step. Yeah, that was that was a mistake. Oh well. The theory was at our end step, play it, and then it would come back on their end step for 2 more cards. I just think there's like so much utility with Parting Gust. Like, I'm just not using it to its full effect, but it's really fun. Has so many interesting lines of play. We've got our Aven, so we can start setting up. They probably have no more lies here, or otherwise they wouldn't tap out, I'm guessing. Or they can at least like pretend like they've got it. Ooh, that is a nice pickup. So now we can play Yeah, this is great. I think we wanna. I think I want the extra white available. Okay, we could have played that first. That's just some missed timing there. I've still got to get used to this deck, but it's so much fun. Like, believe me, this deck is so much fun to play. Split up. I think let's get our voice out of there. So let's use another Parting Gust. They can counter it if they want, but they only have 4 mana, so they can't also draw cards. So that feels pretty good. If they do have the counter, which they probably do, I guess we could use, like, we could draw 2 cards end of turn if we make a token. It's not as good as having the voice, though. So I think it's like, what are the chances they have no more lives? Probably pretty high. I think I'm going to fight over it. Yeah, here comes the no more lives, most likely. Ooh, negate. I'm actually really happy to get that out of their hand. Okay, but now they're actually tapped out, so we can go for Elspeth with Parting Gust. Actually, let's tap it slightly differently. This way we can sack tokens in response if they try to blow everything up. We could sack one of these for another card. I think we can start pushing though, so maybe we just kind of let it go. I think we Parting Gust this out of the way. We don't necessarily need to. We could just make tokens, make everything fly. That probably works too. I guess we might want to Parting Gust our Aven. Although that doesn't really work, never mind. Yeah, I guess we could get rid of it. They might 3 steps here. We can counter their 3 steps if we care. Like, we're at 24. I'm not super scared of this thing. We can take an extra turn with 20. That's quite a ways off. I think I just don't care. Ooh, and another Innocence. That looks great. Actually, I think I'm just going to make everything fly. We can hold up Aven. Tidebinder. I think I do want to counter that. So they probably want like Day of Judgment or something like that. Because if they don't kill Elspeth, we can, even if they do kill Elspeth, we can still just overpower them next turn. Yeah, Authority's not going to do it. So they can Tidebinder Elspeth if Elspeth happens again. So we don't need to do that necessarily. I mean, we still go for it, but we don't even need it to win, I don't think. Guess let's Seam-Rip their Authority. They'll get their Tidebinder, and then we won't get everything flying, but we can still pump. Let's get another Enduring Innocence. Okay, backup Elspeth is great. Actually, Doorkeeper Thrull is kind of hilarious. So we can do that in response to their Tidebinder. That's so funny. This is amazing. They're gonna be so pissed off. Okay, I guess they're just letting it happen. That works too. But that is something I think you could do. All right, 3-1. What's interesting is, yeah, in that game, like, there were definitely spots where we could have taken like the for sure 2 cards just by making tokens, but it's a lot of like interesting decisions, like whether or not they had the No More Lies or counter or whatever. Okay, hand looks great. I'm going to lead out with a Citadel, even though we have Authority on 1. I think I just want access to mana. Now we can play it. I think we try to go for the Enduring Innocence here. I guess we could go for like Flanker end of turn. But like they have to have the... Theoretically they're going to have this... I mean, they're going to screw up some other spell. So I think going for it now... What we could also do is wait until their turn 3 when they go for the stock up play, and then play it on our turn 4. That might be better. Maybe we just Flanker end of turn. Yeah, I suppose I kind of like that. It's like a little bit better sequencing. Okay, they're not going for it. Yeah, I'd rather have them no more lies that 100% than one of these other spells. Here, I think I want Caretaker's Talent more because we can level it and because it doesn't die to Ultima. I'm just going to immediately level it just to kind of get ready. Now I think we can try to push for Innocence because we don't really have anything to do on their turn. This is the turn they want to consult the star charts anyways. So I guess if they have no more lies, they can like do a half star charts. Yeah. They really wanted to do that for like 2 cards though. So I think that was still worth it. Okay. I had to get lost. Now they'll have to spend 3 steps here unless they have like a second or a third no more lies. So I think it's worth going for so they don't have like the extra draw on top of it. So maybe we lose it, but I think we go for it. Okay, head negate, sure. So they have kind of dealt with most of our threats, unfortunately. But I think you just gotta like find those spots and just try to force it through, just to screw up like what they would like to be doing. Here we're just gonna try to filter through some cards. Yeah, getting 2 extra draws is actually a pretty big game, so that felt good. Have another demo field. I guess we can get 1 use out of it. It's better than nothing. Then we can start pumping. Non-land permanents, okay. So alternatively, we could have sacked our token to draw a card for sure, because they could still board wipe here and then just relieve us of the ability to make any pressure. But I think this is probably the play. Now we can start threatening. Sure. Probably get the land in response, I'm guessing. Or maybe they just don't care. Now we can Parting Gust. If they want to fight over it, we can Iceberg. 3 steps. Wow. Big counter war. Oh well, at least we get some tokens. Fortunately, we do need some action. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting card. Three steps, sure. Okay, 3 steps number 2, or 3 steps, I think number 3? Yeah, I think that's number 3. They're 10 cards deeper into their deck. I think we just seam rip their authority. Maybe we hold off on that. We don't need to do that like right away. So maybe that's wrong. Like we're not in any pressure to do that. A little bit of a game of draw go here. Okay, they drew a real card. Don't know what it is. Maybe some other form of counterspell. I mean, I guess at this point, unless they have Spirit Water Revival, we're going to deck them at some point. Okay, do they have another 3 steps? Apparently not. All right. 19 to 28 cards. Okay, let's see what else is up on top. Happy to keep that. I don't think we need to pump this again. Can hold off on using that. just in case we want to get deeper into our deck. If they go for day, we can just Gust. Get lost. I guess we can protect it. Man, they really want to get lost. Okay, you got me. Is it worth protecting any of the other stuff? No, I don't think so. We can still sack this and just scry, but we'll do that after we do our draw step. I guess we could scry now. Ooh, Fountainport. We get one use out of this. Oh well. I guess we'll wait till their turn to do that. We can keep using the map tokens though. Looks good to me. Probably just do another board wipe. So like we could Beza here just for the card, but I think we want to wait. Just hold off. Right now we have 2, 4. Let's see. We can actually double activate, so we have an extra. We have 1 extra mana. Let's give this another counter. Why not? Ultima. Yeah, that's a problem. Well, they'll get our Innocence, but then we'll have talent if they don't counter it. Sure. Guess we could Iceberg, but I think we already want this next card, so we'll wait on that. Gate, sure. Still draw a card off Beza. Consult for their entire deck. Oh my god. Yeah, we need to try to find our way to Aven, because if they have Spirit Water Revival, it's pretty rough. Like, this would be another good place for Kutzil's Flanker. Ah, there it is. Come on. Oh, they've all got it. Ah, sigh. Okay, I mean, those are both pretty good. I think we'll take the Starforge first. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, though. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Now they might try to deck us, I guess. Probably just board wipe here, I imagine. Okay, sure. Okay. Oh, I guess we should have done that in response. Well, I want to wait till... Yeah, we should have done that in response. That was a mistake. It's 2 extra life that they didn't need. I guess they could still theoretically like day again, but that is a bit of a waste, I think. Here we only have 1 more land to fetch. I'm just going to let it go. So we do want the voice. We just hit them first here. Like we could play and pump everything, but I want to see if we can get a removal out of their hand. Could try to like force them to like day again maybe, but I think going for voice here is okay. Sure. I wonder if these lists run more than 1 Spirit Water Revival, or if it's just 1. Sure. Well, there's the Aven Interrupter. A little bit late, but he's there. You do your thing. I think we just go for it. Like, I don't think they run 2 copies. Sure. Yeah, Flanker would have been nice when they cast it the first time. Does Karuk like their big finish or something? So I think we just wait for that to turn into a creature and then kill them with Ultima. I guess they could counter it again, but Yeah, I really don't think they have another Spirit Water Revival. I like both of those cards. Pretty decent chance they have counters. Although they also have the Demolition Field waiting, so it's not that big of a difference. Guess we'll start with Elspeth. See where it goes. Let's do a quick count. They've got 16, we have 15. Ooh, I don't know if we search. Okay, they're really going for it. Maybe they do have a second Spirit Water Revival. I'm actually kind of curious now. Let's push before playing talent, I think. Okay, let's check to see if they have any more Get Losts in their deck. I think most of them are gone. Or not Get Lost, but No More Lies. They definitely have No More Lies. So I think we Ultima, so we should have enough to cover all the No More Lies. Okay, so just getting a bunch of dudes. Let's see. Do we still have our Day of Judgment? I think we do. So we still have Day coming somewhere, which is good to know. Guess we'll see. Yeah, this has got to be their big push, I assume. Now we can demo field their demo field. I think we have one more, potentially one more planes. So right now we have 2, 4, 6, 17, 18 mana, so easily enough to do everything. Guess we could also get their Abuela, but I don't really care about that. I think let's just get their demo field. And I don't think we want to search. Actually, we're at more cards, so we could search. Yeah, I think we've got everything. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, they could beat us. We need to draw well here. Oh, and then they can take another turn. Yeah, all right. That's how they win. Okay. We've now seen their entire deck a couple times. Could we have played it differently, I wonder? Maybe just like holding up the, just intentionally saving our Kutzil's flanker for when they try to go big with their waterbend. That's probably the way. Yeah. And it looks like a bunch of negates. The airbending blessing is kind of interesting. Bunch of demo fields. Yeah, I feel like if we stop their Spirit Water Revival, we win. And like flanker obviously is maybe not as great at it as like they still get the 7 cards. We can't stop that, but we can at least stop them from shuffling all the nonsense back in. Maybe that's enough. Well, that was a very interesting game. It's kind of nice to see like the full progression of that matchup. All right, let's take a look at the stats. All right, so it looks like on ladder at least, the deck is 63% win rate, 72% on the play, and 46% on the draw. total of 24 wins and 14 losses. This most recent version of the deck, there have been 12 versions that I've made. The most recent version is 67% win rate, but it's just a small sample size of 4 and 2. So yeah, overall, yeah, feeling pretty good here, it looks like, for the matchups. Azorius, I guess depending on which Azorius we're playing, whether it's the, like if we don't see the red from Jeskai artifacts, it'll just clock it as like Azorius. So if it's like artifacts versus if it's the like control matchup, but seems like it's doing okay, even though we did take a loss just there. Dimir also looking all right. Mono white enchantments appears to be a good match. Simic, we did take a loss today, but overall appears to be positive. Golgari is a little tough, so I don't know if this might be like more of like the control matchups, maybe a little bit of like the Golgari combo, and then took a couple losses here to Boros and Izzet. They just appear to be maybe a little, I think I ended up making some kind of gamble plays against a slick shot show off that was plotted and just didn't fully respect it. So that's probably just a misplay on my part. Gruul 50-50, and then mono blue, mono black, Orzhov and mono red all looking okay. Jeskai control and Bant combo could be better. And then 4-color Reanimator. Actually, this might be like the Una deck, although I think that's just Naya. So anyways, yeah, overall pretty happy with the deck. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. If you made it this far and you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and supporting the channel. Or if you want to become a member for 99 cents a month and have early access to all my new videos and help support the channel, that's another way. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.